So if you are in a distressful situation and you are by yourself, can you talk yourself through that stressful situation? So if we turn to the example of Yunus alayhi salam, who was in an ultimate stressful situation, swallowed by a whale in the depthness of the sea, in the darkness of the night, and what does he do? He talks himself through this situation.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
So how would we define intrapersonal communication? Well, it's the communication that you have within yourself. It's your thinking, how you feel about things, how you talk to yourself, like that inner voice that you have, that inner speech that you have during waking hours. And it's important in terms of developing your idea of self-concept, your idea of self, your identity, being able to interpret the ideas that you see in the world around you, or the communication that you engage with in the world around you in a positive way. You could say it's the art of thinking. So to extrapolate deeper concepts. So we know that knowledge is to know something, okay, or to know maybe perhaps what is right and what is correct. But wisdom is to know when and where to apply that knowledge. So you could say that it's like this art of deeper thinking. And as a result, better intercommunication results. So with better intra-communication with yourself, better intercommunication results. And Abraham Lincoln was very famous for quoting that when I'm getting ready to reason with a person, then I spend 1/3 of the time thinking about myself and what I am going to say, and 2/3 of the time and thinking about what he is going to say. So having this strong inner voice within yourself helps you better deal with emotional stress. So if you are in a distressful situation and you are by yourself, can you talk yourself through that stressful situation? So if we turn to the example of Yunus alayhi salam, who was in an ultimate stressful situation, swallowed by a whale in the depthness of the sea, in the darkness of the night. And what does he do? He talks himself through this situation. Think about the dua that he has. La ilaha illa ant. He's connecting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knowing that only Allah is the one that can deliver him from that dire situation. And then he says, Subhanaka, he praises Allah, and he says, Inni kuntu minad dhalimin, that verily I have been amongst the wrongdoers. So look at this, and I can refer back to this later on, and then we'll get more and more of an appreciation how this voice of this internal voice of Yunus alayhi salam, this ability for him to talk to himself. And this could also be you able to verbalize your thoughts just to yourself. So intercommunication intra-communication doesn't necessarily need to be silent. Okay, so you can actually be speaking to yourself as you're trying to think through things.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.